John, obviously a tough game last week against the Chiefs. So when you've got a game where it seems like everything is going wrong, what can Drew Lock take away from something like that and learn from?
Well, it's always hard when you get frustrated like that, knowing that we're going against a really, the defending world champs, which is a great football team, and knowing that it was a big game for us. And I think it's going to be a good learning experience about, how you handle big games. And the fact is, you still have to go in and you still have to stay within yourself, go through your progressions and let things happen and not try to make things happen. And so it'll be a good learning experience for Drew as well as our football team, and realize that we cannot make the mistakes that we made. We got to play better with special teams, and we can't afford to make the mistakes we made offensively, even though we played well defensively. But I think, it's just a good learning experience for us as well as Drew.
As a young quarterback, how do you learn to get comfortable in that pocket? There's a lot of moving pieces around. It makes sense that your instincts are to just get out of there.
Well, I think that is, that's natural. Sometimes you have a better feel for it than other times, as far as, when to move and when not to move. Sometimes you move a little bit early. You have days that you move a little, feel something that maybe is not there. And that happens. And so, the key thing is to when you get into a game like a Kansas City game, which is a big game, is not to press and go ahead and stay within yourself, stay within your progressions. And then if you get pressure, you get flushed or do those type of things, and you get out and try to make plays. But I think it's real important in big games to stay within ourselves. And I think that, that'll be a good learning experience for us.
What have you thought about the play from Garett Bolles so far this year?
Garrett's done a nice job with the criticism that he took last year to come back and have the year that he's had so far. He's been tremendous. And so hopefully he can continue to do that. We're doing a better job helping him as far as with the tight ends and those type of things. So I think that's helped his confidence too. But I think, another year under Garrett's belt with Mike Munchak and Chris Cooper, I think's helped him tremendously too.
At the end of the game, frustrations were, pretty high there, understandably. Saw Shelby Harris get an upset, Bradley Chubb. Do you mind that kind of frustration, or do you like the passion that some of those guys are showing?
Well, I love the passion, and obviously the frustration, and those guys are competitors. And so, in those situations when you're disappointed, like we were disappointed, the frustration level is going to rise. And so I think, but those were also in key situations to where, as a leader, that's where you have to be able to keep control of your emotions. And I think, because it's real easy to lead when things are good. It's tough to lead. Great leaders lead when things are tough. And I think when the frustration level gets high is when you as a leader really have to be the one that's calming everything down and making sure and staying positive with it. So again, another good learning experience, because both, Bradley is a leader on our football team, and as well as Shelby, he's a leader too. And so I think those are both situations that we can learn from.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible, and we'll be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Turning the page to this Chargers game, Justin Herbert has been playing pretty well through 5 career starts here. I know he's a guy that, you took a look at when he was coming out of school at Oregon there. What have you thought about the start of his young career here?
Well, he's a very talented quarterback, and he's done a really nice job, and he's made a nice transition. They've done a heck of a job, the Chargers have, offensively, and taking care of him and putting him in situations that he's comfortable in and what they're doing offensively. So they've done a nice job, and then Justin's done a real nice job too. He's going to be a very good quarterback in this league. He's got all the talent to move around. He's big, he's athletic, big arms. So, it's we've got a heck of a division with the quarterbacks we have in our division. So we can add him to the one for the Chargers.
Last one for you here, John. I know that the quarterback position gets so much criticism, a lot of scrutiny. You know that better than anyone else. In fact, when you first came to Denver, people were talking about what kind of Halloween candy you were giving out. With Halloween coming up here, what's your favorite kind of candy, and what do you like to hand out on a normal year?
Because I got in trouble that year way back in, I think, 1983, or I think it was my 1984, that the candy I gave out was not big enough. So I always make sure that I give out big candy bars, whether they're Hershey's or whatever, but I make sure that they're oversized, because that seems to make everybody happy.
Yes, definitely the little guys appreciate it.
That's right.
John, thanks so much for your time and appreciate it.
You got it, Phil.